Okay, final word to remind you, coming up next Tuesday. First, let me say this, Wednesday, February the 20th, Championship Wrestling at Owenton, Kentucky. And by golly, next Tuesday, right here, 11 matches to decide the Southern Tag Team title holders. The titles are vacant. One of the matches will be the team of Kevin Kelly and Joe Lightfoot going against the impressive team of Lanny Poffo and Randy Savage.
Well, we're not going to underestimate those opponents. No way. No, you're talking Southern Tag Team titles, and we get rid of them. We go on to either the interns or the Dirty White Boys. So it gets crazy later on. It gets crazy.
Got to win several before it's all through, Lanny.
Joe Lightfoot speaks with forked tongue. Him and anybody's a lousy tag team combination.
We'll find out. That's just one of the matches, and I'll tell you one is going to be something else. Dirty White Boys, opening round. You got the interns, your chance to get it back.
You know, some of the interns want to stand out here and say, hey, we beat the Dirty White Boys time after time. This shouldn't be a tournament. But if anybody watched that little videotape y'all had on here earlier, they can see the only reason the belts are held up, the only reason the belts are around our waist right now is because of Jimmy Hart. Well, interns, we got you in the first round. I won't tell you something, big boys. Bring it on out to the ring in Louisville. We're going to get nasty. We're going to get dirty right off the start, brother. The Dirty White Boys ain't asking for no favors. The Southern Tag Team title's on the line. Tag Team tournament, Louisville, Kentucky. Be ready for it, Jack. Be ready for the Dirty White Boy.
Okay, that's next Tuesday. You'll see that match. You'll see the fabulous ones who'll be against Gilbert and Sharp. Lots of other action next Tuesday for the tournament. Tuesday night, the Louisville... Plus the fact we have a brand new special on the fabulous ones. And we'll be talking to Kern and Lane a little bit later. Right now, we are going to be taking time out. We'll be back with that opening bout for you in a moment. Their opening bout in just a moment. It'll be the interns going against the Daydreamers as our opener. We also told you we're going to be talking to Kern and Lane today, and we are, in fact. But by golly, maybe not Stan and Steve. We want to welcome, and we're delighted we're able to get tickets and have them right here today. Dick Kern, this is Steve's dad, and Wally Lane, this is Stan's dad.
We're glad to be here.
By golly, we're glad to have you up here, Dick. First time that we've had the pleasure of having you here in Memphis, and you guys don't live too far away from
Well, I live in Florida, and Wally lives in North Carolina, but we're sorry, girls. We disappoint you, not the original. We are the original.
Yeah, this is the original Kern and Lane right here. Well, we're really pleased to have you fellas up here, and I know that it's difficult sometimes to get an opportunity to see Stan and Steve in action because those guys wrestle all over the country.
Yeah, we're kind of glad that possibly they might move back here, but...
oh, hey.
Yeah, it's going to take...
I was going to say, Lance, you know, these fellas left here. Tennessee is really their second home. And they have a lot of fans here. We've enjoyed watching them over the years, and we can't watch them as much when they're way off in the country, San Francisco and Chicago and places like that. So I think if you can twist their arms, maybe they'll come back here.
Now, don't be talking to me about twisting their arms. You guys have to do a little of that, too, isn't there? We would like very much to have them back here. You know that, and we'll be talking to them the very next time that we see them and pass on those words, and I hope you guys will, too, because I know the fans would love to have them back in here. We'll be with you. Just a minute, will you?
Get over here
Come
and
on,
interview us,
Troy,
man.
will you get out of here?
Show. These guys are not wrestlers. Why don't you get over here and interview the Southern Heavyweight Champions?
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, hey, listen, we will get an opportunity to talk to you a little bit more later on.
Come over here and interview us.
Troy, did anybody ever tell you you're rude? That's all you
What do you mean
are.
rude, man? You're crazy. This is a wrestling show. Them two geeks don't have nothing to do with wrestling. We are the Southern Heavyweight Champions. We won the tournament, baby. Hey, hey, hey. We got the belts, and we're going to keep them. Lane, Kern, Daydreamers, Dirty White Boys. It don't make no difference, baby. Nobody's a threat to Graham and the interns. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need to be talking to these two fat slobs over here. Talk to some real champions, baby. Then we're going to drop these boys in the ring right here like yesterday's garbage. Come on, get them in here.
Yeah, the very rude Mr. Troy Graham and the interns heading up to the ring. We will be back to Steve and Stan's dad here a little bit later on, have an opportunity to talk to them a little bit more. But since we have been interrupted, we will go to the ring, and we're about ready for the action, Dave.
This will be one fall, 10-minute time limit. The interns jumping the Daydreamers before the bell sounds. Referee Jerry Calhoun says go ahead and ring the bell. Got both interns against both Daydreamers, both teams from parts unknown. The interns, of course, much bigger than the Daydreamers as far as weight is concerned. One of the Daydreamers out of the ring, down on the floor. The other one double teamed. There's a double elbow and upper arm. And one of the big interns just drops down on him. A cover count is 1, 2. 2 count is all he gets. Daydreamer able to break the cover. Body slam, tagged by the intern. Action underway even before the opening bell as Troy Graham came in here, and the interns went to work immediately. There's another cover. Count is 1, 2. But again, the Daydreamer breaks the count at 2. Interns, the holders of the Southern Tag Team Championship belts. They are not defending them here today. It is a non-title match. In a sense, though, when you're the champion, you defend that belt, I guess, every time you step in the ring.
Boy, they didn't wait for anything. They hit the Daydreamers as soon as they hit the ring, and that was it.
Daydreamers with a little of the double-team tactics themselves. One of the Daydreamers has been double-teamed ever since this thing started, so now both of them are in there. And at least it's 2 against 2. They're going for the mask. I tell you, they got that one right there pretty well unlaced. Look out, Troy Graham outside with a folding metal chair, hammers one of the Daydreamers over here. There's a cover. The referee starts the count. It's a 2, now 3, and this is over. Outside interference. Referee tied up in the corner across the way trying to get the others separated.
Get out of here.
As Troy Graham from ringside interferes in the match. You can see what happened here.
Ran him out there. Look at this, Dave.
Ooh, right in the back of the head. He smacks him with it, and that was easy for the intern to wrap up after that at the 3 count. 1:41 seconds, the time on it.
Oh, boy. Well, the Daydreamers getting more introduction to the real world as you come up against guys like the interns and Troy Graham in there. And he just beat the stew out of him, hit him in the head with that chair in there. And, of course, as you said, the 1, 2, 3 was simply a matter of natural course right after that. Okay, out of the ring now. We've got more action, and we're going to be back to it, hopefully, without Troy Graham in the chair, and we'll be back to it in a moment. Right back in the ring with Channel 3's Championship Wrestling. We'll be in the middle of it here in just a moment. Want to tell you that Wednesday coming up at the Louisville Gardens, you got double action in there, friend, with the main event going to be a Southern Tag Team title match. The interns will be scrapping to save their lives and their belts against Stan and Steve, the fabulous ones.
Scrapping to save their lives, baby. We knocked old Dick Kern down to his knees. Yeah. He's shell-shocked, baby. He had flashbacks from Vietnam. Steve Kern, I understand that you're real mad, you and Stan Lane. Well, that just suits me just fine, right down to the T, baby, because I guarantee you, we want you to be mad. I've been mad for 9 months. I've been afflicted. I'm a cripple now. I'm laid up in this wheelchair. Your old shell-shocked daddy. We knocked him down, baby. We knocked him down to the dirt, and then I spit on your daddy, Steve Kern. If you got any guts in your body, baby, you'll show up in Louisville, KY, baby, Wave Country. We're waving so long to you, fabulous ones. Goodbye, baby. It's our time. Dream Machine and interns, Troy Graham. We love it, baby.
Just keep it all together till Tuesday, because they're going to show up and you'll see some kind of a fight. And Mr. Jimmy Hart will be there with the Terminators in a handicap tag match. Dirty White Boys wanting a whole lot of your frame.
Well, let me tell you something. They had a chance a couple of weeks ago. What happened with Adrian Street, right? We had the match won. What did they do? Both of them double-teamed me. They held me, they hit me, and they pinned me. 1, 2, 3. But look what happened to them when I got through with them, baby. After I jumped back up and really took my I beat them with an inch of their life. Let me tell you something, guys. You want Jimmy Hart? You got the Terminators first. You go through with them and you can have Jimmy Hart. But let me tell you, it's going to be a new era of professional wrestling. This is 1985. You don't hear me screaming, yelling, or shouting anymore. Because like I said, baby, this year is going to be our year. Terminators and Jimmy Hart, Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert, Mike Sharp, all of us, baby. We're on our way. Louisville, be ready.
Ooh, I'm going to be ready for that one coming up Tuesday right there in the Louisville Gardens. I'll tell you what, everybody else is too. In just a moment, we're going to give you the entire card. And boy, it is some kind of card. Make plans. Bring the entire family Tuesday, the Gardens. Okay, right now, we mentioned, I think, on the opening that we had a very special from the Fabulous Ones. It is brand new. Stan Lane, Steve Kern. The boys are back in town. All right, we're going to be ready for that in just a moment, because I'll tell you one thing. Whenever they are about, we do have excitement. And so right now, let's take a look at that brand new special.
be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. Spread the word around, get me back in town. Friday night they'll be dressed to kill, down at Dino's Bar and Grill. The drink will flow and blood will spill, and if the boys want to fight, you better let them. That jukebox in the corner blasting out my favorite song. The nights are getting warmer, it won't be long. Won't be long till summer comes. Now that the boys are here again. The boys are back in town. 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 The boys are back. The boys are back in town again.
Okay, right now we're going to get Wally and Dick Kern and Wally Lane over here. Stan and Steve's dad. If you guys will come over here, maybe we can get finished when we started to. You know, the folks really get a kick out of seeing Stan and Steve in specials like that, and in action, of course, you guys.
Well, it gives you kind of feeling of pride when you see them on the TV.
I know it has got to be, and they are both really fine athletes, and they've done exactly what they said. They've become the #1 challengers.
They're number one. They're going to stay number one. Far as they're concerned. It sure
Well,
is.
it's a pleasure to have you. Oh, come on,
I got here with them
Troy.
again,
Will
man.
you
They're
get
not
out of
number
here?
one. You showing all kinds of films out here of the fabs. Let me tell you something, Dick Kern. I got a little film myself. Won't you roll that and show all the people who the true champions is, Russell?
Yeah, well,
Man, it's the 20th century.
okay.
Roll the
This
film,
is
man. Roll the film.
this
Roll
is the
film.
match that the interns and
Beat them. We beat them, baby. We beat them.
Let's take a
Show
look
the
at it.
film, man. Show the film. You got the film. Is he asleep or what?
It's not asleep. There it is right now. And remember, this was for the Southern Tag titles. And everybody take a very close look at this bout.
Yeah, take a close look at it, baby.
Well, we know what the end result of it was.
That's right. We was victorious.
We're all really pleased with the way you guys ended up winning the Southern Tag Championship. Troy, we didn't need you out here for this
Hey, I
particular.
don't care what you need, baby.
Interns,
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Stan Lane, Steve Kern, who were champions at the time, and you saw that little maneuver in there. And, of course, this 1, 2, 3 ended up having the belts go to the interns, and they have still got them right at the moment. Well, I hope you're satisfied. You can leave now, and please let us finish what we were doing.
Champions, baby.
We
1,
don't
2,
need
3. We
you out
beat
here.
your boy, man. We beat you, Dick Kern. We beat your boy. Hey, I want all the women out there to take a good look at this big fat tub of spit. That's what Steve Kern's going to look like when you get 60 years old. That's what you're going to look like, Kern, when you get 60 years old.
Looks pretty loud for a guy in a wheelchair. I think even as
What
fat
you
as
gonna
I
do
get, I
about it,
could
fat
beat
boy?
you.
You think you could beat me? You couldn't beat nobody,
Come on,
man.
Troy, why don't you just get back? I'm sorry, Wally. Good night.
Too much, man. Too much.
Dan and Steve will take care of it.
Okay. Let's take time out, and we're going to be back.
How does some...
Pops him one, and the referee says, watch it. Look at here. Oh, kind of a flying leg scissors on that arm. 2, 3, and he got him. Adrian Street, the winner in there, and he used an interesting takedown move as he did. He came in, watch this right here, up. He scissors this arm, took him right back down until he got him in the pin position and got a 1, 2, 3. And as we said, there may be a little in the way of criticism of Adrian's tactics sometimes, but I'll tell you one thing, he can wrestle indeed. You won another one.
I was fantastic, wasn't I? What do you think of my beautiful British flag?
I think it is certainly interesting.
I was very disappointed everybody didn't stand up and salute when I walked in, you understand?
Don't wait.
I mean, you understand these people are ex-colonials, you know? They should still have respect for the people who sort of put them where they are now.
Yes.
Saved them from the French, you understand, and then they sort of kind of turn around on us, but, you know, we forget about that. As long as they still pay their tax. On the tea they owe us from the Boston Tea Party. But never mind about that.
Please.
I am more interested in this macho man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he is the epitome of American manhood, well, everything I said in the first place just goes to show. I mean, if he represents America, as far as manhood is concerned, I've got more manhood in my little finger than Randy Savage has got in his whole body.
Well, you're going to find out why they call him Macho Man. He's pure athlete, and
why
when
is
you
he going to be so butch? Pure athlete, yes, I've seen him. He's got one of those weeder bodies.
Yeah.
One of those weeder type bodies. I train with Richard Simmons myself, and I will show him the brains are far more, you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Than brawn. Brain is mightier than brawn.
You bear that thought in mind when you look across the ring at the Macho Man. Okay.
Well, hey, listen, I'll tell you something. I'm not looking forward to him as far as being cute is concerned. I mean, if he was hung for being cute, the poor boy would die innocent.
Okay, Adrian Street and Miss Linda. Yeah, you make a lot of comments about the Macho Man. I want to see that. Yeah. Bell time, dude. We're going to go right on with another action bout here. We've got a tag match coming up.
The pairing of Hot Stuff and Iron Mike on one side. This is going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing over on the right side of your screen, total weight of 441 pounds. From Memphis, Tennessee, that's Ken Raper and his partner from Lexington, Kentucky, Johnny Wilhoit. Going against him at a total weight of 491 pounds with their manager, Jimmy Hart. From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Iron Mike Sharp. And from Lexington, Tennessee, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Well, of course, with Sharp on this side, a little balance going to the team of Gilbert and Sharp in size. But I want to tell you, this could be a very interesting match. Ken Raper with good size himself. Wilhoit going against Eddie Gilbert in the opener. And here we go, David.
All right, Johnny Wilhoit against Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert as they dance around the ring. Referee stepped in between them to quickly remind them they should keep the fist open. Look out, Eddie Gilbert into the ropes. Johnny Wilhoit going for a drop kick. But Gilbert held up, and Wilhoit, with great balance, held up himself. Good move by Johnny Wilhoit. We are joined at the microphone now by Jimmy Hart.
Watch him.
Hey, good drop kick.
In the back. He kicked him in the back, Dave Brown.
Eddie Gilbert insulting Wilhoit. He was explaining to the audience how smart he was. Wilhoit nailed him with a drop kick from behind. Yeah, Gilbert back in.
You know, that was a cheap shot right there, man. Wilhoit, the man had his back turned. Can you believe that? What do you say about that, Dave Brown?
I say Gilbert asked for it.
Gilbert asked for it? What did he do? Did he use a fist? Did Gilbert throw one fist since the match started? No, he didn't, did he?
He's in there against Ken Raper right now. Raper steps over. Look out. Oh, reversal. Nice move by Ken Raper.
He pulled the tights right there. Raper pulled the tights.
Raper with a headlock on Eddie Gilbert. Gilbert powers him into the ropes and into the knee of Mike Sharp out on the apron.
Good move.
Double team move.
Raper looks like he just got out of a TB hospital. Look at this guy, man. You know, let me tell you something, baby. If I wanted to gain weight and get in shape, I could probably go to one of the gyms around town, Knowles or wherever, and probably lift weight in 6 months, be bigger than half these clowns.
Well, Jim, the gymnasium is always there if you want to try that, of course.
Cute, real cute. Well, I'm very busy. You know, I don't have a lot of time like I'm flying all over the country, you know. Last week I was in Saginaw, Mission, Columbus, Ohio for TV here today, man. Busy, busy man.
Ken Raper on the mat. Eddie Gilbert coming in after the tag.
Teamwork, baby, teamwork.
Hair pulling by Gilbert. Oh, Raper.
Beautiful, Edward.
Kind of a spinning backdrop that Gilbert put on it.
You know, it's everywhere I go. You know,
Look at this. There's no excuse for this.
And then we're trying to clean the mat cover, baby. These mat covers are filthy, so why not use Raper's head and mouth to clean this thing? Let me tell you something. You know, all over the world, wherever I go, I pick up magazine articles. You know, you see Jimmy Hart, the first family on them. Everybody's saying that Jimmy Hart corrupted Eddie Gilbert. Hey, let me tell you something. Eddie Gilbert's a superstar in professional wrestling. He's been overlooked and unnoticed for too many years, pal.
He's not being overlooked now, I tell you.
You better believe it, because he's with the first family. That's exactly the reason why.
Iron Mike Sharp's been dancing on Ken Raper's head for about 30 seconds. Now, Gilbert puts him on the top rope and is choking him.
Stretch his neck, Eddie. Stretch his neck, baby. Stretch him, King Edward. Stretch him, baby.
Raper fired across the ring, off the ropes. Gilbert power slams him.
Beautiful, right there, baby.
Walks across his chest.
The family motto, what is it? I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Cheap shot's the best shot.
Yeah, pretty
like
close,
that.
baby. The best shot's a cheap shot, Dave Brown. You better believe it, baby.
The admission by the first family by Jimmy Hart a
Do
few
unto
weeks
others
ago.
before they do unto you. That's our new motto, too.
That's been the trademark.
Sharp, you got him, pal.
There's the slam by Iron Mike Sharp. Sharp with that controversial brace on his right arm.
He's got a handicap. You know, he's got a handicap. You know, it's unbelievable to see a man like that. You know, he should be an inspiration to all the people with handicaps all over the world that you can do whatever your heart desires if you try, baby.
He's using that brace now as Gilbert's holding Raper up on the ropes. Will Hoyt trying to help him. Referee sends him back to the corner.
Beautiful,
They
baby.
continue to work on Ken Raper.
Beautiful. Beautiful. This guy's going to be 6'5" when he gets out of this match, man.
Tag made. Here comes Hot Stuff. Eddie Gilbert in.
Beautiful.
Drop kick and a good one by Eddie Gilbert.
Isn't that a beautiful drop kick, huh?
That was a good drop kick. Eddie Gilbert timed it perfectly and nailed Raper coming off the ropes.
And he didn't do like Will Hoyt did. Will Hoyt drop kick Gilbert behind his back, baby. Look at this, man. He got a Gilbert. Look at this. Can you believe it? Come on.
Yeah, look at this over here in the corner, right on the turnbuckles. He's working on it.
Russell, I was just keeping your chair warm for you. Here.
Iron Mike Sharp bouncing Ken Raper's neck using the top rope. Now again, they continue to double team over in the corner. Will Hoyt in to try to help out. Boy, he's been watching all this from 15 feet away, and he's sent back to the corner. He's not the legal man in the ring. Look out. Sharp doing something with that brace. Raper into the ropes, and there's that arm brace as he nails Raper, and I can tell you from past experience, he's not going to get up. He didn't. Count of three. I tell you what, it was just pretty much all Eddie Gilbert and Iron Mike Sharp. Jimmy Hart complaining about a drop kick that Johnny Wilhoit put on Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert early in the match. You see him still dancing around up there. Raper trying to slowly work his way over to the rope so he can get out of the ring. Johnny Wilhoit and Eddie Gilbert. They've got Wilhoit pinned back in the corner. Look out, bag it. He's got a brace on his arm, and he nails Iron Mike Sharp. Sharp rolls out of the ring. A dragon. The boogie man up there saying, all right, he's got a brace. We got one, too.
Oh, Sharp finally found out. Handsome Jimmy nailed him with that brace he's got on. And I wouldn't be as surprised at all. That thing looked like it's padded down with about 40 pounds. Fine, look at it.
They have quick-set concrete in there for him. But he really smacked Sharp and just knocked him out of the ring. Helping Raper out now. The winners in the match, though, Iron Mike Sharp and his partner, Eddie Hot Stuff Gilbert.
Well, Handsome Jimmy was a friend indeed at that moment as he came firing in there. They were about to double team Johnny Willow in the corner right there. Okay, we're going to take our time out. We got more of that big action. We still got a couple of bouts coming up that I think you're really going to be interested in. We'll be back to it in just a moment. Okay, we're back into the action here in just a moment. Coming up at the Gardens, we got a sensational card Tuesday night. One of the bouts, a handicap match, and that's where the Dirty White Boys will be against Jimmy Hart and the Terminators.
Just some I love it, Lance, because Jimmy Hart's going to be right there. And one way or the other, the Dirty White Boys are going to get their hands on that stinking Hart. Bring the Terminators, bring anybody you want to, Hart. We go through them, brother. We're coming after you.
Okay, you'll see that action. Normally, it'd be a very happy occasion to welcome Stan and Steve back here, but after what happened a little earlier, all I can do is apologize, Steve.
Well, Lance, I don't think all the apologies in the world are going to make anything right. You know, I've never been embarrassed to say I was a professional wrestler. But I talked to my mom on the phone, and she's crying on the other side. And she says, I picked your dad up at the airport, and he was in a wheelchair, son. What happened? And, you know, when I sit there and I try to visualize what could have possibly happened to him on a television interview, I can't comprehend. And then to see what Troy Graham and the interns have done and how sick and how twisted their minds have got to be to go that far on television to humiliate somebody. Let me tell you something, Troy Graham. It's not a happy day, and it's not going to be a happy day for you because the Fabulous Ones are back, and we're back to stay. And I'll tell you one thing. We came back originally to get our titles back, but now that's all aside because I don't think we'll be able to get to that ring and not be disqualified because I'm going to do my best, and I know my partner standing right beside me will do his best because when we get in that ring, we're going to do one thing, and that's we're going to hurt somebody. We're going to show that we're not proud of what happened. We're going to show what we do to somebody that jumps our dad, and I want everybody out there listening to just take this into consideration. What would you do if that was your dad? What would you do? You're going to find out, Troy Graham. You're going to find out the other side of the Fabulous Ones.
Okay.
You know, it's a pretty sick situation, Lance, when there's two 60-year-old men sitting on the floor laying there, hurting, beat up. Let me tell you, guys, we're coming back, and we're coming to stay, and you're going to pay. Believe what I say. It's all over. The Fabs are back, and we're hot.